Self. Oh, we're live. Good man. Ooh, should have shaved. Sorry. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Happy Oyster. We're having fun. What a great week it's been. If you're not familiar with who we are the Happy Oyster. Midlife crisis, career change. I don't know. I shouldn't say career change. I ended one career. It was a good one, and now I'm beginning another. Not really a change. Well, I guess it's a change. The biggest thing you gotta be, I got a question 45 minutes ago from my buddy Will. I don't know where he is. Where the hell is everybody? Oh, let's see what's going on here. He says, what's the most, now that you've been in one and you're going into another, what's the most important business, whatever. Does this work? Business trait, business whatever. I don't know. There's a bunch of them. Junk out of the way. I've been fiberglassing. I'm kind of like, I kind of itchy a little bit. I got a little the fiberglass rash. Good morning, Zip. Good morning, Bill. It's a beautiful day here. It wasn't supposed to be so beautiful, but it's turned out to be really beautiful here. So it's all good. 10 Steeds in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, everybody's flowing in. A little late today. Everybody's a little late. What's going on? Oh, that's good coffee. So, what did we do this week? I spent some money this week. I spent some serious money. I spent some money online. We bought, we talked about the Predator over there last week, which worked out great. Oh, by the way, you want to hear the engine run? Come on over to our Instagram. I did a little video on that. That's about what it sounds like. It was so loud. It scared me. It scared me at first. It was like, oh shit, turn it off. Then Freddie's like, yeah, man, it looks okay. It's okay. Nothing's no. Fired that thing right up. I mean, like that. New plugs. Boom, boom, boom. So we're set. So then we proceed to start the fiberglass. Well, the weather's been a little bit rainy, wet. It's tough to fiberglass in the moisture, like Freddie was saying. I don't know where Freddie is this morning. But we managed to get one good day of fiberglassing in, and that was on, I worked on Thursday. Was it Friday? Was it? So it was Wednesday. On Wednesday, I worked on Thursday out in the bay, and then yesterday, Friday, I started to sand some of it down because, you can't do it all in one shot. It's a big production. There's a lot of fiberglass going on. And I gotta be honest with you, fiberglassing is not one of my most favorite things in the whole wide world to do. It's kind of messy, it's kind of dirty, but the results are pretty cool, and it's not one of the artist's mediums that I like to play with. Let's leave it at that. Figured out gauges. We got that taken care of. We got some, I showed you these before, they're just standard old gauges. I read, and you learn a lot on YouTube, guys. YouTube has got a wealth of information as if you didn't know. And anyway, I learned about props. Danger Marine in Australia, I think. He was teaching me about props. The guy is an ace. I strongly recommend to go check out Danger Marine. He's got all kinds of outboard motor type videos and and he's kind of a down-to-earth guy. He reminds me a lot of myself, and in my past career, very similar. I like the guy a lot. I can't remember what his name is, but Danger Marine. Check him out. Next on the sponsorship item is Defender. www.defender.com. It is a marine warehouse. I buy my fiberglass from them. We buy fiberglass by the 5-gallon pal. Regular, standard, good old American boat resin. Oh, shit, that's heavy. And we buy our matte fiberglass from Defender, and they are on the money. I ordered it at 9 o'clock on, I don't know, one of the days, and boom, it was here the following day. when UPS arrives, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I also bought a clean out pump. Pentair, these are the same guys that actually distribute the bioreactor algae machine I was looking into. The $50,000 algae machine. You never know. I was looking at it. I wasn't planning on it. Don't be, holy shit, he's gonna spend 50 grand on a bioreactor. No, I'm just checking it out. Looking for the next step. Can't be afraid to fail. Good morning, everybody. So Defender.com, I strongly recommend it if you have any boat needs. Obviously I'm courting all these guys for little sponsorship down the road. You never know. All right, moving on. Would you like to see the actual machine itself? Comes with a bunch of junk, but the actual pump itself is fairly small. Intake, outtake, blah, blah, blah. Positive, negative, hook it on. It automatically shuts off when you let go of the thing. It's basically a saltwater garden hose on your boat. That's the best way to describe it. This thing puts out 5 gallons per minute with 60 PSI, which is pretty good. It's going to be good enough to power the tube that goes through the tumbler, as well as having a sprayer for the deck. I made up a couple of hoses for that. All right, before we get started anymore, let's see who we got going online. I could use a seat, I guess. We got some fiberglass mat. This stuff is cheap. It comes in a big bowl. You can see it in there. That's itchy stuff, man. Ooh. But I don't know. I think I got like 20 yards or something like that. Like $50. Like, piece of cake. Good stuff to have on hand for any other fiberglassing needs. A little fiberglass project here, a little fiberglass project there. So, my knees and back hurt. Small boats. I hear you. Good morning, Artie Mike. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, Mark, Alan C., Sandra Carter. Good morning. How are you? How are you? How is everybody? So, fiberglass is not my favorite thing. Have you taken a seafaring name like Blackbeard? I use Chode Logan or Dick Swagger. Where's the old Sea Dog Freddy? I don't know. That's a good question. Door Black, what's happening? Never fear, the Oyster Man for you. Happy Oyster Man for you is here. Oh yeah, we're always happy around here. So it looks like everybody's having fun. Thank you guys for tuning in today. So much fun. So much fun having all you guys in. Oh, sorry. Didn't know. I know. I'm itching right now. It's like, and that was yesterday. All right, so what if I did this? If I took this and went like that. Oh, that's the other side. And then I turn this around like this. How's that? Now I adjust accordingly. What do you think? Huh? Maybe? Kinda? Sorta? Maybe? Possibly? Alright. Is that better? Alright. Now, where'd the box go? Take 2. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. Oh, here it is. Here. Boom, 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 boom. Ta-da! How's that? Now I can look at myself on the thing. Yeah, there you go. So there it is. It's got like a plastic. The pump is where the money is. It's got a little strainer filter. I don't know what's inside. I didn't look. I did test it out with a hose into the cooler. It works great. So I'm pretty happy with that. Can't complain about that. Come on over to our Instagram, our Twitter, and our Facebook. I am half in the bag of book to go beat it, but it's still pretty popular. I don't know if you follow the company at all, but it's pretty much back to where it was before its little, what are we going to call that? Breach of security? I don't think so. Breach of personal property? I don't know. I didn't really have that much personal stuff on it, so it didn't much matter. All right, so that takes care of that. Where am I? Fiberglass. We're gonna do some fiberglass. I showed you the pump. I did that. I don't know. What else you got for me, guys? I don't know. You want to see what we did? I'll show you what if we can keep it going. If I can keep the internet connection going. I think the internet's been working pretty good lately, so let's see what happens. Everybody was expecting a crappy day today, but it's not. It actually turned out to be pretty darn nice. It's gonna be a good day to fiberglass. I just gotta get it to dry out a little bit. All right, let's turn this around like that. A little bit. There she is. I kind of swabbed her down yesterday a little bit. How's our internet connection? Are we all right? How about if I just go up here like this? I'm gonna put this over the edge. Let's see what happens here. Okay, we're done. Gotta get my coffee. The boat has a name. So far, the boat's name is the Maker. The Maker is the boat's name. So this is the fiberglass table that we've been fiberglassing. I've kind of given it a little sand down. I can't, not every single white, but this white stuff here on the edge is a little air bubble, so it's got to get sanded out, and then you give it another shot. Let me give you a little line. Yes, everybody is pretty happy and fit. Yeah, everybody's staying good and healthy, and it's great. The weather's, starting to warm up a little bit, so it's pretty nice. So, all right, here we go, a little fiberglass class. So right here you can see I've kind of sanded it off a little bit. Now remember, good morning, Todd, man. So this still needs a little bit more sanding out around that edge. But we put great big pieces of matte fiberglass, and by the gallon. I got to be careful of my internet. It might not go out. Or my internet, sometimes. I don't know. If I go down low, it might have a problem. So stay with me, all right, boys? All right, next. I bought this thing at the local. I bought a battery box. Oh, we got a battery box down over here. New battery box. It has to be Coast Guard approved battery box. That's not drilled in yet. The controls and everything that goes onto the side. I gotta continue. I ran out of mat, so we're gonna fiberglass that all the way down, tune up some of these other spots, and then we gotta cut a couple of holes. Everybody with me still? Good deal. Our gas fill is going right here and here. That's what these things are. There's a little hole here. I'm going to drill that out. This goes through there, and the hose is coming up to the bottom, and that's where you're going to put in the gas, right? Then over here, I got this thing here. This is a hatch that I'm going to cut, again, a hole right in here. How's that one? Hatch, cut hole, boom. This part comes out of that part. Let's see if I can open it for you. I can't do it. Oh, yes, I can. I can't do it. Oh, yes, I can. got me. Hole, screws, hood. That's to get to all of the wires and stuff that are underneath here, which in turn is going, now this is where things might get a little sketchy. If I lose you, I'll be right back. The controls are gonna go right here. All right, the steering wheel is going here. RPM, temperature, volts, a couple of switches, A and B. One's for light, one's for the bilge. I'm gonna need another pump for the switch for the other business. And then I'll give you a quick shot underneath so you can see where the steering cables and all that other crap, and we gotta figure all that out. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Oh, it was an orientation thing. Here we go. Who cares? You get the idea. There it is. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, internet. Begins. The Mr. Pump is a good. Oh, you want to talk about Mr. Pump? I got 2 little sparrows inside of this little birdhouse right over here. I don't think they're sparrows, actually. They are. Let me tell you what they are. They are buttered chicken, and they're in that little hole right there. And I named them Norman and Wheezy. I'm not kidding. Just hang on for a minute and they might be around. Where the hell did my coffee go? Oh, my coffee's up front. All right, just hang on for a second. See if they come in and out. There he is. There's Normie now. See him? Isn't he cute? Back and forth, back and forth. These guys go back and forth inside this thing. And it's really close. Yeah, I hear you. Fine. Inside. I'm going to paint it. I don't know. This boat's not going to last long, I don't think. There, you can see Normie. Normie's in the picture now. There he is. I'll be right back. I got to get my coffee. Just sitting there. He's just sitting there having fun. Checking us out. Give me a little squeaky. Another squeaky. Uh-oh. GPS. No, we're going to need GPS. We are going to need some. See, it's just that little bit far enough away that the connection screws up. I didn't say it was bad. Yeah, it is a member of the tit family. That is correct. It is a black hooded chickadee. Is the actual term. I looked them up. All up and down the East Coast. Blah 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 blah. They kind of. Oh, you see me one of them? Can you see me in that shot? Oh yeah, you can kind of see it. Yeah, there it is. So, it's all good, man. The chickadee. Okay, all right. Hey, I'm all right with chickadee. All right, so, anyway, we got our table fiberglass. We got to start getting this thing finished and painted up. That's kind of where I'm at, boys and girls. Oh, this thing here. Did you ever see this thing operate? Did I ever show you guys how? Let me see if I get the right shot here. Let me back it up a little bit. Damar, what's happening, my man? What's going on? Where are you from? Chicks in Florida? Nice. All right, let me get that to that, like that. All right, you got the idea. I'll be right back. I gotta go turn the water on. Okay, so you should always be using salt water to clean your animals. If you're going to clean your cages and your stuff and whatnot, you can use fresh water. Will fresh water, if you use regular chlorinated fresh water that comes out of the tap, will it hurt the oysters? Probably not. Is it for the oysters? I don't think it's, they're not meant to go there, so I don't think it's good for them. Does that make sense? So this is where that special salt water pump comes into play. We're going to pump the salt water up, and it's going to go into this tube right here. I just hooked it up to the regular garden hose so you get the idea, but you're going to get the idea here pretty darn quickly what's going to go on. This is going to be mounted in the middle of the tumbler. You got the idea, right? Did I show you guys this before? Okay, so this is going on there like that. And that is going down that tube. And it runs all into the and all of the junk goes flowing right down. This is not set yet because we got to get this on to be able to see where we're going to go. But the tumbler goes inside of there, and you got the bins A, B, and C, where the fish totes, wherever the heck they went, they go right in. So you get the idea. Yes, no, maybe. All right. So, you got the ideas of what's going on? No? Yes? 24 minutes and 24 seconds. Hot diggity dog. Is there any questions? We got deer. It is the backyard. Half a boat. What do you mean? I don't know. Oh, I can't wait. Is Sasquatch real? What do you mean? My buddy that we nicknamed Sasquatch? My buddy guy? I got nothing else. Da 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 da. All right, it's all good, right? Portland's in the house. What are you, late to the party, Dan, the man? Yeah, tap water will kill the fish. Yes, that is correct because of the chlorine that's in it. All right. That is correct. So you have to let it. So, but again, it's just not. You know, I'm going to use the salt water for everything. I think, including cleaning the cages. Unless I'm on land. If I'm on land, it's a little different story. You know what would, obviously, when you're working on this boat, you're thinking about the next boat. Boats are addicting, and they're always, you're looking for the next step to the next level. I haven't got this one in the water yet, and I'm already thinking about the next one. How much bigger it's going to be. What it would have on board. An ice maker. The premium. Now, obviously, you need some sort of desalination procedure to make ice from the seawater, or you got to have your own fresh water on board. An ice maker would be a biggie. Again, though, what are you going to run it on? Now we get into a whole nother ball game of power. These are all the conundrums that you start to deal with, and you know. So for now, we just deal with bagged ice. We'll buy it and go from there. Ain't nothing we can't fix. Ain't nothing we can't figure out. Business tips. Sooner or later, a pontoon boat or a landing craft type barge type thing, something big where you could haul something the size of a Volkswagen out of the ocean floor, a big crane boom on it or something like that, and build a rack there. You can hit 20, 30,000 oysters in one rack. That way you just process that whole rack that day and move on from there. Again, 3 or 4 guys on board. I'm talking about really ramping it and scaling it. But that's in the future. Right now, let's get this one up and running. Let's get our systems perfected. Let's see where we're at. And no, do not want to put your oysters into water ever dry. That's the thing about it, they start to feed them, and that's not good. We'll die, but they will get worse. So no, that's not an option. Like a live well or something like that. No, you do not. You pop them out and you get them cold, and you keep them cold. Key, and mo key. Gonna need some sort of a fabricated type of shade over top of this boat for the summer months when you're harvesting. That's legal. That's that's rules. That's the DEC rules. You got to have a shade over your boat. They're very particular about it. And again, more and more people are eating oysters, and it's going to be very, very, very important that everybody sticks to some clean rules. So cleanliness is next to godliness on your boat, with your oysters, with your cooler. But keeping it cold is even more important than anything. Coldness trumps it all. Keep them cold. Some piece of that. Okay. Excellent question. Yes, there is some liability of insurance that you there are decent back. They'll probably it'll never get all the way back to you. I don't know, pulling them from Turkey. We are a farm. We are not a wild harvest guy. This is a procedure. We are farming. We are not really baymen, and that could be misconstrued, whatever. A lot of the baymen are not necessarily friendly to the aquaculturist farmer, even though we're all on the same kind of boat that we're trying to make a living off of the water. They have some territorial issues that pisses them off, and I can understand that. We all got to get along together. I won't go doing their thing if they don't come doing my thing. It's kind of my philosophy. I'm going to focus on oysters and oysters only. That's it. I am not going out crabbing. I am not going conking. I am not going razor clamming. I'm not going soft clamming. I'm not going regular clamming. I am oysters, period. Specialize one thing, boom, the happy oyster, baby. focus all your needs on that. So that's how we're going to try to get around that whole localism with you. The other thing that we got going for us too, guys that are right close to plot. When you get out there, you'll see what we're talking about. This chickadee's got all these little inchworm guys. These guys right here are flying through the air, picking them off as they fly through the air. And he brings it back to the thing. Pretty cool. Can you see a little bit? Yeah, you can. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. They're in the cooler. They're gonna go in the cooler. You got coolers on board. You got big ass coolers on board, like that one back there. Oyster's going in bag, bag goes in the cooler. Are you guys the hippies of the water? Baymen hate no fishing areas. And how is your oyster bed delineated? Oh boy, we're getting fancy over there. That is an excellent question, and there's going to be way more on that later on to come. 5 acres is what we get, and it's a 5-acre circle. The center of the plot will be marked. That's the only buoy I'm going to have on my plot. There's a lot of people that are bitching and hollering about buoys and bags and this and that. All our stuff is going on the bottom, not on the top. There are oysters, there's a whole bunch of different things, and we can get into this at a different time. Right now is not it, but anyway, to make a longer story longer, you got bird situation. If they're floating on the top, they sit on there, they crap on that. That's not good for the oysters. They're not good for the water in the area. People don't seem to like looking at a whole bunch of floating buoys out there. Going stealth, incognito, one buoy on the property, maybe a couple of little like bobbin type buoys, but nothing like holy shit, look at that, They're gonna be one buoy, it's gonna be pretty incognito. Stay back 250 feet from the center, which would give you 5 acres. I hope I answered the question. 8 feet. We are in roughly 8 to 10 feet of water. The actual cage system sits up 2 feet, so that leaves you 6 feet of surface water at lowest tide. Hit that, there shouldn't be anything that's drawing that kind of water, and all of the lines will be sunk on the ground, so it's not like they'll be floating in the water column. They're all going to be on the bottom. The only thing that could screw things up is somebody comes through with a scallop dredge, which is basically a big rake that they tow behind the boat. That would screw things up pretty bad. Not only would it screw things up for us, it would screw things up for him too, because he would lose his dredge, and the dredges be a lot together. It gets entangled. He ain't getting that thing out. Not without one mass winch. And his winch probably won't be able to handle that kind of weight. And that's why I'm making the cages so heavy. There, not a lot of winches are going to be out there that are going to be capable of pulling that thing out. But there will be some out there, I guarantee you. No matter how hard you make it, no matter how bulletproof it is, it will be broke some way or another. You can't be afraid to fail. If it fails, it fails, So then you regroup and you redo and you keep going and you persevere and you get it done. That's where I'm at. Well, and I will check that. We're fairly close by to the land, so it's not that bad in terms of the depth. All right, I got nothing more for you guys. All right. Yoda, who's that? That is correct. There is no charge. I agree. All right. I hope I answered your questions. Persevere. Stick to it. Don't be afraid to fail. Fiberglass them if you got to get to it now. Let's sand it down a little bit more. A couple of these spots. Get ready. Wish me luck. I love you guys. Thanks everybody for tuning in today. We are the Happy Oyster, coming to you live each and every Saturday at 10 a.m. New York time. Please spread the news. I managed to cover our half an hour plus of time and content, and I'm happy about that. That's exactly what I want to do. At least an hour, a half hour's worth is what I'm shooting towards. Keep you guys up to date on what's going on, step by step. Total transparency is what we're shooting for. If you build it, it will come. Something like that. Anyway, I'm having a great time. I hope you guys are too. Please share it with everybody. Come over to our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram. Did I say that already? I love you guys. It wouldn't be half as much fun if it wasn't for all you guys. So please hit that thumbs up, please. I need the thumbs up. I need the subscriptions. Please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It's your time. Bring it on home. No, we don't have any send money yet. That's coming soon. Maybe. Maybe not. We're going to stay free for now. Let's just leave it at that. Free. All right. I know. Can't believe it's soon either. I'll see you next week, guys. Keith, good to see you. Will, Forbin, Artie, Mike. Guys, love you. I'll see you next week. Enjoy. Have fun. Ride safe. Oh, I looked at it. Standing and Mo standing. We're done. You too, Johnny. Dan, love back at you, brother. Oh, we got Willard. Enjoy pizza.